Hey, it's Sean from Compleat Magic, and today we're going to talk about the 17 highest converted mana cost cards in Magic the Gathering. It's 17 because we start with 12 CMC cards and work our way up from there. And we have about 10 of these 12 to get through first. So first off, we have BLIGHTSTEEL Colossus. Now this guy is an awesome artifact that drops and just devastates any single target opponent. For the low cost of 4 blue and 8 colorless mana, you can drop Enter the Infinite. This should win you the game. Next, we have the Mighty Ghalta. You shouldn't really be casting him for 12 CMC because you can discount him equal to the total power of creatures you control. He usually shows up in mono green decks or in tribal dinosaur builds. We have Icebreaker Kraken coming in at the number 14 spot, another discountable creature with snow synergies that came out of Kaldheim. The one from Saviors of Kamigawa is tough to cast with 2 black, 2 green, and 8 colorless mana. Eldrazi are known for being expensive, colorless, and It That Betrays fits the bill. It synergizes awesome with other Eldrazi because it takes everything that anybody sacrifices when they sacrifice a permanent. Scion of Draco is a foreshadowing of later down the list, and it can be discounted with basic lands. The Cauldron of Eternity is another card that you would rarely ever see being cast for the full 12 CMC. It's discounted by creatures in the graveyard, and you can also pull it right from your graveyard. Thrasta Tempest Roar is another dinosaur that runs a little more stormy and would rarely be cast for its full cost. Volcanic Salvo is the last one on our list that's 12 converted mana costs, and is another one that is discounted by the total power of creatures you control. EMRAKUL, the Promised End, costs a whopping 13, but she'll make it worth your while. She also has a discount condition printed right on her, which is rare for Eldrazi. Blinkmoth Infusion comes in at number 6 with a 14 converted mana cost. Now you would always cast this card discounted because it untaps the things that discount it. And we've made it to the top 5 with Earthquake Dragon. Now he needs to be cast in a Dragon tribal deck because otherwise 15 is a ton to pony out for this guy. Number 4 is Shadow of Mortality, which for 15 for a vanilla 7/7 doesn't seem like a great deal unless you're willing to pull yourself to the brink of death to discount him enough to play him for 2. Autothon Worm comes in at 3 with a 15 converted mana cost. He is huge, and he's long according to his flavor text. You can convoke him in with a bunch of weenies to get this giant worm on your side. Some of you may be surprised that Emrakul the Ion's Torn came in at number 2 on our list with 15 converted mana cost. She is just terrible for your opponents. 15/15 power toughness and all sorts of text on the card that just make their lives miserable. She's banned in Commander, but is still an iconic creature for Magic the Gathering. And she does not have any discount conditions printed on her like a lot of other creatures on our list. So she might be the rightful number 1, but when it comes down to converted mana costs, she is number 2 on the list. Number 1 on the list is Draco. We hinted to him earlier with his Scion, and he does have a discount condition for basic lands, which is tough to play. And he's not even legendary, even though he has a very legendary cost. He is a 9/9 vanilla card that you have to sacrifice unless you continue to pay for him. So he's not that great of a card, but he has a massive casting cost, and it makes him legendary in our minds, just being the most that you got to shell out. 16 converted mana costs. That's how many lands you play with in a limited format. So this guy just costs a ton, and it would take forever to get enough lands down or even ramp to hardcast them. But technically, Draco isn't the most expensive card in the game. More expensive than the big effing monster and Mox Lotus is Gleemax. It's an uncard, which is still technically part of the game, with 1 million casting cost. Sure, it's a joke, and all the uncards are tongue-in-cheek, and they've historically poked fun at casting costs, but Gleemax takes it to the next level and technically is the most expensive CMC card in Magic the Gathering. Thanks for watching. Don't you ever think about subscribing to us, and we'll see you next time.